Hello, students. My name is Julie Schwans, and I'm going to be your Math 45 teacher this semester. And I'm doing this little video to show you a tour of the classroom and also to help you figure out, how to complete your assignments and materials you'll need to do well in the class. Let me share my screen with you. All right. So to enter our Canvas classroom, what you'll have to do is go to Fresno City College .edu, the main website, and then you click on My Portal in the top corner. Then you click on sign in. This usually will take you to a place where you put in your username and password. I'm already signed in, so it automatically takes me into my apps page here, my dashboard, and it'll give you a list of the common apps that you use a lot. And if Canvas should be one of them, if it's not, you can just go to the top corner here and type in Canvas to get to Canvas. But we're going to be clicking on Canvas. Okay. So you click on Canvas and these little squares are different classes that you have. And so you click on our class, so Math 45. And this enters you into the, the math classroom. Now, normally I'm going to have I haven't showed you yet, it looks like, but there's a welcome page that it'll open to. And to get to your assignments, you're going to, well, hold on a second. I'll just go down this left-hand column, what you have in the left-hand column, and show you how to get different things there. So let's see. All right, or maybe not. But you guys should be able to see these things on the left-hand column. So you can click on syllabus, and highlighted in red at the top, if you click on that link, it'll take you to the syllabus. You can read the syllabus. Announcements, I'm going to be posting weekly announcements with your assignments that are due that week. So you can click on announcements to see that. Also, it's not interesting now, but you'll be able to click here to see your grades. And then to get to your assignments and resources, you're going to click on modules in this left-hand column. And click on the little arrow next to the module to open all the assignments and pages in that module. So you can click on the Start Here module, and it shows you the calculator that you can use. This is a graphing, scientific, and well, I can't remember if I put a graphing or scientific, but it looks like a scientific calculator here for you to use. So that way you don't have to really go out and purchase one. You could just use that one if you're comfortable with that. If you would like a handheld calculator, they're usually like $10 or under $10 at Walmart or Target or some place like that. So I can just click back on modules just to get me back to that modules page and get away from the calculator page. You'll notice that some of these pages in the Start Here module have a little paper next to them. Those are ones that are not graded. It's just information for you. Maybe videos, they may be text, they may be notes for you, but in this case, it's a calculator for you. Other pages have a little page with a little pin, and that means this is a graded assignment that you must complete and turn in. And notice also graded assignments have a due date and also amount of points that they're worth right underneath their name. So this is your first grade assignment. To enter it, well, so you can just click on it and enter it. Then you're going to click on start, and then you can scroll down and you can enter in your answers and press submit for that question. At the bottom, there's a video. You can click here to see a video on how to do, other students did this problem to get help on how to do the problem. Also, you can message me as well. And you can click to the next question and you click submit question. I believe it grades it right there for you right away. And I believe you have multiple chances to get the question right. Every question is a little bit different. Some questions give you 3 chances, some questions give you 100 chances or something. So each one is different before it gives you, sometimes it'll give you a new version after so many, like 3 tries or so, depending on the assignment and that particular question. But anyways, you're gonna submit all of the questions and then be done with that assignment. Another type of assignment that you're going to see in this online class are discussions. And discussions, we know that you could see 2 little chat boxes. That's how I know this is a discussion. And they're so you just click on the discussion, and then you can read the prompt here, and then you can you press reply to respond to the prompt. Yeah. Then you're going to come back 2 days later and so your initial replies are due by Tuesday, August 13th, and then you're going to come back and your reply appears, and that's due on Thursday, August 15th.
I'm not surprised you know.
So that's the discussions. You can click back on modules just to head back to that modules page. You can see all the assignments listed here. So that's the start here module, and then you can click on the arrow next to module 1, which will show you everything in basically chapter 1 in the textbook. This is where so I have arithmetic review assignment. I have videos for you, and you can click on the arithmetic review assignment to complete the assignment. Then we start our classwork. You're gonna click on classwork. And it shows you the video, and you're gonna listen to the video, and you're gonna click I have watched the video, and then you're gonna click submit to get credit for that classwork. Then when you're done, you go to the next, go to the homework assignment that's related to the video, and you're gonna put your answers in and then click submit, and then make sure to do all of the questions. And then submit each question to get credit for it. And then, as you can see, there's a video and message instructor button underneath each question. But that's basically what you're going to do pretty much every day. You're going to have a video to watch, a classwork to watch, and then a homework to complete, and a discussion to complete every week. And the discussions and all graded assignments and the resources are all listed in order that they are due in each module. At the end of the module, there's a module 1 test and a practice test. I'm also going to be posting frequently asked questions at the bottom of each module as well, so that you can, if you need help on a particular question, and you can see other student questions, the answers to other student questions as well. So far, I only have module 1 prepared for you, but pretty soon you'll see other modules show up as we go through the class. If you would like, you could see the schedule for the whole course and all the tests and everything on the syllabus. You can view the syllabus here, but you can also go down to the tentative schedule is right here. So it shows you what to do, and I'm going to be posting a portion of this each week, but it shows you what to do on each day. and to help you keep on track. So you really just need the scientific calculator for this class. They're the textbook. I'm just going to provide lecture notes. However, you can, it is useful to, let me see, it is useful for you guys to buy this optional textbook. It's a recommended textbook. It's Excursions in Mathematics in Modern, I believe it's called Excursions in Modern Mathematics by Peter Tenenbaum. It has lots of extra examples and practice problems for you to do. I really feel like that would be very helpful for you to have that. You don't have to have the newest version because the newest version is expensive, but you could just buy an older version of this textbook and to have it as an extra reading and extra examples. Like I said, it would be great. But you really just need a scientific calculator. You need a notebook and pencil. You need the textbook and homework program are free, and I recommend that this alternative textbook as well. But that's about it. As you've noticed that under the due dates, sometimes students are asking about due dates. The due dates are found underneath each grade assignment. You can see the due dates for that assignment. You can also, when you click on syllabus, you can see all the assignments that are due on any one particular day. That can kind of help you keep track. Like I said, how do you get to your assignments? You just click on modules in the left-hand column. Where can you get help? Well, you can go to the FCC's Tutorial Center. They have free online and in-person tutoring. I'll be emailing you, messaging more about that. You can go to www.khanacademy.org. It's great free online videos. And also Math is Power for You. YouTube channel is excellent. Also the optional text that I recommended, and you can message me if you have any questions, and you can also go to GRASP. GRASP is where you can get tutored by instructors, and they have that weekly on campus. I'm probably going to start after the first few weeks of class. Anyways, if you have any questions, you can email me at julieschwanz@fresnocitycollege.edu. You can text message me or call me. I prefer text message. There's my number. And then you could also message me through Canvas. You can click here to see how you communicate through Canvas, but you can see the little inbox in this left-hand column. You just click on inbox, and that's how you would message people through Canvas. And you can also request a meeting with me in my virtual classroom. You just email me, and then I'll set an appointment up, and then you can then I will message you a link through your email to meet with me. All right. Let me know if you have any more questions, but I look forward to seeing you guys, well, not seeing you in person, but you getting started on your work this Monday. If you have, most likely in this class, for at least for the first half of the class, you're going to have work to do most Monday through Thursday. And then I think the second half of the class, as the class gets a little bit more difficult, and well, it's not maybe necessarily, but then I backed it off, and you have like Tuesday through Thursday of homework usually for some weeks. So just I really expect come in and check the announcements weekly on Monday and make sure that you're getting everything done that you need to get done, and expect, like I said, to do work probably Monday through Thursday. Doing a little bit of work in this class is the best way really to do it. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.